I've watched every other game, I think, but I was watching a Chinese game of EDG versus Nova when this game was on, so I didn't catch it. It's RRQ versus DFM to open up. And when I tuned in, the bits that I was watching in the ad breaks of the Chinese tournament, it was very even. DFM were doing really well. It seemed very good. And then I looked at the score later on, and it wasn't at all, and DFM got absolutely flattened and pancaked Chobra.
Well, I just want to say that maybe the reason that you have zero interest in RRQ is because they're the only match you keep skipping when watching China in the meantime. That's pretty messed up.
I mean, EDG Nova was a good game, and apparently
it was a good
maybe
game.
even a better game, Chobra, because RRQ destroyed them.
True. I mean, RRQ, I think, RRQ definitely had a lot of mishaps in the first map, but also DFM, I think, came pretty well prepared on that Abyss, and obviously May popped off. I mean, here's the thing. Like, bottom line, it was still a May show, but I think there was the type of support people were hoping he would have during the offseason on that first map. But then, also in maps 2 and 3, I would argue that RRQ finally got their crap together and said, oh, we should just, like, play the same way that we've practiced. Like, we should play with a kind of a set philosophy and just go really aggro. We get contact, we push somewhere else immediately, and we take map control. And look at that, they win. I mean, it's a very simple equation.
Dude, I think they should have won 2-0 here. I think RRQ messed up. Like,
there was some pretty colossal fuck ups on Abyss.
Yeah, dude, the amount of time where it's just like, just a small ounce of teamwork right now would win you the round, and there's just nothing. Everyone's just playing individually. So yeah, I mean, RRQ played great. I think Cushy definitely deserved a shout out. I think the coaches have done good work. It was a rough
the
start.
horses though. How do you go from 1 ounce of teamwork would get them a win to RRQ played great?
Because look at the other 2 maps. Yeah, because they should have won.
Right, it was just bad on Abyss.
Yeah, it was just bad on Abyss. And then if you literally just look at, I'll be honest, it was straight up aim diff. Like, the whole game was a straight up aim diff when we got to the second map. Even the first map I felt like was an aim diff. It's just the fact that RRQ just refused to play together. Like, I'm doing this thing where I give out yellow cards, red cards, and bro, I stopped doing it after a little bit because I was like, there's so many cards, cards flying about. I was like, I just can't give them out anymore. Like, RRQ's on about 50 yellow cards for everything that they're doing. We're just, oh man, and the Astras just aren't playing on. Oh, it's killing me. Like, after plant protocols and Abyss at the moment, there's a lot of teams that don't have them. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, I guess, with DFM. I was hoping it'd be a better showing, but in terms of the potential of RRQ, because I had them in my pick'ems and I didn't really think they would be already this good, to be honest with you.
A lot more well put together than I could have anticipated, and I think DFM looked a lot rougher than I would have expected based on their performances in the offseason. I think that, like, GN in particular was having not a great time on pretty much any of the maps.
But we spoke about this maybe in the 2 early predictions when they were doing well in the offseason, and we were like, we can see a world where if Gen has a really bad performance, then there's like start considering CES, because and it felt like maybe that's an added pressure, and that could have been like one of the reasons for like his kind of bad performance as well. I think there is a bit of pressure there when your stand-in's performing like outrageously good. So I'm hoping that it's just like first game nerves, and then we'll see a better showing, because at least everyone in my chat is just like, this guy's a ranked demon, like he's going to be incredible. And then we don't really, I don't really see those levels yet. But yeah, the first map was a banger though. Just the first map was a banger because of the mistakes, if anything. And May was incredible. Like, May won about 5 to 6 rounds on his own, really. Yeah. Some outrageous clutches.
I also wanted to ask if you've been talking to Paperthin, because he famously was the one who was gassing up DFM to make an international event. What was his reaction to this match?
He was just so he texted me, and I can't say everything that he said in the text messages because it's a little bit too mean. But there was some stuff along the lines of, holy fuck, they're so shit, like at times. In those latter 2 maps, and he was frustrated for sure. But I mean, he would have echoed the same sentiment that I just laid out, which was that, like, GN needs to have a leveled up performance, if they want to be able to make any kind of run through that lower bracket, because it was just really, really rough. And I think that, you come in with a lot of expectations. The bar for, like, ranked demon getting put on, like, into tier 1, the bar has been set pretty high after, like, Primi and whatnot. So, are you going to surpass that? No. But it was nowhere close, unfortunately. So hopefully the next pass for DFM, it'll be a bit cleaner.
Yeah. The good news is our collective pick'ems are looking all right. Are we not?
Are you having a laugh?
6 for 6 or 5 for 6?
Well, we did have
Oh,
the
in
pivot
Pacific?
Oh, you
coin
mean
toss.
for Pacific? Oh,
Yeah, collective.
Dude,
Yeah.
Pacific's doing fine. The other regions are a car crash.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but